Guys, and welcome back to my channel. You're on to Esther's Diaries, and today is Gist Day. We are going to gist. Are you ready? I'm ready. So I actually want to share a personal story with you on what I will call delayed gratification. Okay, before I even continue, German word of the day must be late. So delayed gratification in German is actually called verspätete. Okay, I'm using an English accent, sorry about that. Verspätete Vergütung. Verspätete Vergütung. Yeah, that's how to pronounce it. So, before you bite your tongue, let's continue the gist. After this gist, rewind and practice your German. Can we move on? Yes, we can. Let's go. So, my people, actually, when I say delayed gratification, I mean like when you choose not to enjoy some benefits and choose to wait till later because you know that later will be better. Yay! See my lyrics, see my relics, because you know that later will be better than the eta. Okay, I'm kidding. So guys, like you guys know, I left Nigeria like 2015. Okay, I don't think you know. I don't think I've ever shared this here. But I left Nigeria 2015 and I left to Guyana. So before I left 2015, so here's the gist. So I had moved to Lagos the year before and I started working in Lagos at a pediatric hospital. God bless Inton Hospital. I miss you guys. I miss you so much. Mama and Papa, they know who I'm referring to and they know themselves if they're watching this video. I'm so glad that I went through you. So moving on. So yeah, I used to work there as a nurse. Yeah, I had just finished from school. Remember, I just graduated the year before. Like I wrote my final exams from the nursing school in 2013 and moved to Lagos 2014 right after my results came out, like that the girl has passed her exam. So I went to shine and to be great. I went to be great in Lagos. And while in Lagos, what even happened there? So it was really fun though, I must say the truth. In the beginning, like I had to walk around looking for jobs, dropping my CV everywhere, and nobody was answering me until a friend of mine called somebody that he knows that called somebody that they know and called. You know how it is now. Connection, like Germans we call vitamin B. No, in German you say vitamin B. B means Beziehung. Oh God, this should be a German word for another day, but let me just add Jara for you. Jara, Beziehung. Beziehung actually means relationships. So when you say vitamin B, you mean like you actually have some vitamin B. That means you have some connections, you know? Anyway, moving on. So yeah, until someone called somebody and I started working there. So while I was working there, sometime along the line, my dad called me that, that he has a friend of his told him about a place where I could do my BSc. And he said Guyana. I wasn't so much into it. So I went, you get. So fast forward to a few weeks before I left, like a lot of things started happening. So first of all, like a job I had applied like the year before, which was 2014, just called me for interview in 2015. I'm like, hey, God, I've already applied to leave the country. Hey, God. So I went because it was in Central Hospital, Lagos, Bagada. And I always wanted to work in big hospitals. I like, okay, I'm going to go. Ah, God. So I went for the interview. The interview was nice. I met a nice lady. And after the interview, I was offered the job. And my salary was almost doubled. Like my former salary was now almost double in this place. And bear in mind, I used to live at the time in Yaba. If you know Lagos, you know that Yaba and Bagada, they are brothers and sisters. Like you can literally walk if you feel like it's not actually, they're not far apart. That means transportation is really, really cheap. Like I could spend like 15 naira at that time. It's not now because I don't know what they're collecting from human beings these days. But at that time, I could spend just like 15 naira from Yaba to Bagada and I've reached. You get it. So my people, that's how I went to I took the job. Not like I took it. I just took the application letter and started doing the processing. While I was doing this process, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, maybe this I brought himself, you know what? Because the country, Guyana, like at the time, I've never heard of the name before. Like, that was the first time I was hearing that there was a country called Guyana and that there's a school inside there. I'm like, why am I going there again to school in a country that I've never heard before? Like, was there? But in the whole scheme of things, I could say that God was actively working at that time. Like, God was actively working in my life, I must say. So while I was sitting there thinking, and I couldn't tell my parents that I didn't want to go to the abroad. So, and I just kept it to myself. So some time later, I went to church. At the time, I used to attend Manna Prayer Mountain, and that's the church for our daily Manna booklet, prayer booklet. If I have the picture, I'll show you. I'm like one of the children of that church. Okay, so I was there. I used to attend that church, and I had 2 music directors, 2 of them. I will not call their name because they hurt me deeply. They hurt me. That's how a few weeks before I left, one of them just came to tell me that he has a program in Calabar. That can I follow him so that I can be his backup singer. I wasn't going to be the only one, okay? So no fears. I wasn't going to be the only one, like a group of us. Would I like to be among them? I'm like, hey, see, my music ministry is about to rise up to the skies. And now I'm leaving the country. Hell, God. And if you know something about leaving the country, you're not just leaving to, how will I put it? You're not living into a prepared life. You're living to start again, to literally start from scratch again. So, people of my life, like, I was between that place still thinking, hey, why are you coming now? You could have come since. You could have started since. You should have asked me last year. Last year, I would have gone with you peacefully and gladly. While I was still thinking it, another music minister came and told me, oh, Sister Esther, I'm releasing my album. And my album is coming out in a very near period of time. Sorry for my English, but I have to be dramatic about it. So he said that his album is coming out. That would I like to sing inside the album? Actually, as a backup singer, yeah. As like, you know, choir backup singer. I was like, hell, me that I've not seen studio with my 2 eyes. Now I'm about to see studio and somebody say I should go to the abroad. Oh no. And for me, passion and dreams are very important. Like, they tower over everything for me, because I know that when God plants passion in your heart, He's trying to tell you what your life is going to be about. So I am that person who chooses purpose over anything, any day, you know. I'm purpose driven. So I was like, hell, look at my purpose in life. I'm about to leave it and go to the America. For what? To the South America, not even South America, South America. God, my Guyana people are big. No vegs. I'm just, it's play. I'm playing. It's play now. Forgive and forget. It's play. Continue. Back to this gist. So that's what I was thinking of. And while I was still trying to digest that, one doctor called me one day and told me, hello, am I speaking to Esther? I said, yes, I'm speaking to Esther. He said, yes, Esther, I like you to be the nurse in my hospital. Opening a new hospital in Yaba. My backyard, Yaba. I'm opening a new hospital in Yaba. Would you like to be the nurse sitting? I'm like, Mugbe. What is this? Like, people of God, this girl's actually offering me a job to be the nurse that he uses to open his hospital. I'm looking for it. I don't want to say the matron, because at the time I have not have.
I'm sorry, what?
Have not. Okay, it's on my mouth right now, but I'm sure you understand. So I didn't have enough experience for that, but for starters, it would have been a good place to start. That means if I worked there for like 2 years, I can boldly apply to another job and say, I worked as a matron in this hospital. Why? Because I was in charge. And at that time, it was still in vogue for doctors to employ 1 staff nurse or 2 staff nurses and then employ auxiliary nurses under them. And if I was in that position, then I had a lot of control over my job. also thinking of that right now, that would have been a lot of responsibility. But anyway, I think he looked at my testimony and stuff because, the girl was a bit kind of smart in school, so I got nice grades. So he probably looked at that and be like, I can work with this girl. Anyway, I told him, I'll let you know. I'll call you back and let you know what my feeling is. When he ended the call, I was like, Lord have mercy, what is this? Is this a sign? Is this a sign that I should not go to the abroad? People of my life, while I was still thinking enough of that. This was like a few days before I traveled. So I went to take passport photographs. On getting there, I was waiting for my turn because there's a lot of people there waiting for their turn too. So I was there waiting. The guy sitting by me happened to be a movie producer. Hey, and me, I've been there saying, I want to be a actress. I like to be a actress. I like drama in my life. I want some drama in my life. This movie producer, I think I just said some casual stuff. I looked at me and said, I like you. You sound like you'd be a good actress. Then he gave me his card and said, call me if you're interested in doing anything. I'm a movie producer. If you like to do any small thing, you're invited. I'd like to have you around. I was like, ew, 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 ew. Lord, is this a sign? Like at the time, there were so much things that I had prayed for. Because moving to Lagos at that time was like the beginning of my life for me. Like it was me beginning my life, if you get now. So all of a sudden, it's like everything that I had prayed for at the beginning of my life, like saying, God, this is what I want. This is what I think your will is for me. And I'm praying that it comes to pass. And I pray that whatever is blocking it should not block. I had been in all those circles and I've been through all those. And then just to reach out, somebody's offering me everything, offering me music, offering me drama, offering me a better job, a better pay. Whew. I was like, what? I spoke to the people, I spoke to my pastor, spoke to everybody. I was like, hey. So on this Sunday, before I traveled, a week before the Sunday, then I traveled on the next Monday, like 2 weeks before I traveled. That's just the point of what I'm trying to say. Or like a week before I traveled, yeah. I went to church, and just imagine what pastor was preaching that day. You shall eat the good of the land. The place where the Lord is taking you. When you reach there, you are going to take every good thing that is there. The good of the land is for you. And as he was preaching, I said, this is my word now. This is my word, dude. This is my word. People see my word here. This is the word for me. And it wasn't a lie, because if you know how God talks to you, you know when he's talking to you. And that moment, I just knew that this was God telling me that place where you're going, you might not know anything about it. It might be a poor country or a country that is not up to the standard you thought that you would like to travel to, But it was like God telling me, it might not be up to that, but it is what I want for you at this time. The next week, I carried my kaya, bed my parents, get by, and was off to Guyana. Now, Guyana was not an easy, my Guyana story is 20 vlogs to come. It's going to be a lot of vlogs because the gist is long. But in all, I must say that God was with me. I knew that God was with me through the journey. I never felt like I was outside from God's will. I never felt like, let me not say fear. I never got the note in my spirit that I was in the wrong place. I just knew I was in the right place. It looked slow. It looked low. It looked like I was in the lion's den kind of experience. But through the time, I can boldly say God was with me. I wasn't alone. And that was like everything. So guys, fast forward to today. Now I live in Germany. I have a nursing job. I have my residence permit. I wouldn't have achieved all of that if I chose to move to another country. And not just that, I am now a nurse with 2 country experiences, third world countries, not even 3 experiences. I worked in Nigeria, I worked in Guyana, and now I'm working in Germany. If I move from here, I'm hot cake, because I've worked in all these places, I have an extra language to my CV, to my accolade. I have an extra language on that. And a lot more benefits that moving around has actually given me. And there are much more experiences that moving around has given me. I am so much more a more valuable person now than I would have been if I stayed back in Nigeria. Not meaning that my ministry ended. No, I was still part of a band. I sang in national concerts in Guyana. It was a small country, yeah, but it was something. Appeared in the newspaper a couple of times. Like, coming through all of that and being here now, I am grateful that I didn't eat my cake in 2015, that I waited until God served me something better now. And let's assume that every of that works out right? There is no way that I would have had a job by now, just 5 years after graduating from nursing school, 6 years after graduating from nursing school. Oh, it's even 6. It's more than 6. So it's about 7 years now. Like this year will make it 7 years. I wrote my final exam. November will make it 7 years. I wrote my final exam. So this will be 7 years after I wrote my final exam. And everybody I know who I finished school with, none of them that work in Nigeria earn as much as I earn now working in Germany. Okay, so this is not to shade anybody or to shade anybody's journey or anything. My point is, don't eat your cake too early. Wait, be patient with God. God always has a bigger plan, bigger than what you expect or what you dream of. True. And I don't want to say bigger so that you not think that, he's going to give me 5 million when I'm looking for 5K. That's 5,000. No, he's not necessarily going to give you 5 million, but he can still give you 5 billion, but with a lot more value. So that when you get there, you are not just the same person that would have had 5K. You are now a different kind of person. You are now a totally different breed with a different kind of experience and a different flavor. So when you move into the other levels of life you're supposed to move into, you come in with a different, like an exquisite, a special kind of savor, like your presence will be very well enjoyed and noticed because you bring something to the table. You see? So guys, this is my story of delayed gratifications. If you want to know any more stories anyway, like I've told you how my nursing life has been, like in a nutshell, like with this video, you know a little of what I've been about. If you'd like to know more about it, please hit me up on the description, on the comment section, and I'll tell you more gist about how I got where I am now. If you're interested in schooling in Guyana, I am totally for it. I could recommend some schools for you. And in another video, which I must see, that video I must shoot out, is I'm going to be telling you what are the benefits of actually schooling in Guyana. Because if you're like living outside Ghana, be like, small country, Caribbean, this one is holiday destination, not for schooling. True, but it has some real benefits that I can share with you. And because of those benefits, I never feel bad I never feel like I lost something because I schooled in Guyana. No, in short, I feel the opposite. Like I feel like, thank God I went through Guyana, because it was a lot in my building. It helped a lot in my building. So guys, till next time, I'm going to let you bolombolo to say bye-bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Share this video if you liked it, and share with other nurses who like to know more about Germany and about working in their place. Remember, if you want to know something, just ask me. I'm free. Like, I'll gist you when I have time. Okay, so thank you guys. Till next time, have a lovely day. I'm actually hyped up, guys. All right, have a lovely day. Bye. Oh, you like it? Ciao, ciao.